Remembering Srebrenica's UK's 8th English regional boards and 3 country boards in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, as well as community champions, were awarded by survivors of genocide and crimes against humanity in Bosnia and Herzegovina, who are now living in the UK. The UN termed the genocide and crimes against humanity in Bosnia and Herzegovina as the worst atrocity on European soil since the Second World War. The ceremony took place at a community awards dinner held at Bosnia House in Birmingham, with chief guest, a well-known British-Pakistani businessman, Dr. Nazir Avan, MBE, Deputy Lieutenant, West Midlands, in attendance. It was organised by the Bosnia and Herzegovina UK Network, which is the national voice of 10,000 British Bosnians living in the UK, to thank Remembering Srebrenica for all its work in commemorating the Srebrenica genocide, and for teaching people about the dangers of hatred and intolerance.
Waka Azmi, I am chairman of Remembering Srebrenica. Remembering Srebrenica is a charity that promotes Srebrenica Memorial Day. The genocide that took place in Srebrenica was the worst atrocity on European soil since the Second World War. And Remembering Srebrenica and its champions, its 11 boards, organize memorial activities in schools, in town halls, in mosques, in synagogues, to keep the memory alive, to honor those people who were murdered simply because of their Islamic faith, and to teach people about rejecting hatred, to reject Islamophobia, to ensure that we create and work towards creating a better society for everyone. Today, on this day, the Bosnian community, the survivors of the genocide and crimes against humanity, are honoring Remembering Srebrenica volunteers, Remembering Srebrenica's community champions, and thanking them for all the work they do. For me, this is the greatest honor that one can have, that survivors of the genocide and crimes against humanity are thanking our volunteers. Our volunteers do amazing and fantastic job, and all commendations and compliments go to them. We're grateful to the Bosnian community for hosting this awards dinner, and we're grateful to all the survivors and their courage for standing up to not just those who are promoting hatred, but telling their story so that others can learn from their stories.
So my name is Dr. Nasir Awan. I'm the Deputy Lord Lieutenant for the West Midlands. I'm here representing Her Majesty's Lieutenancy because this is a very important event, and the genocide that happened in 1995 in Bosnia, and especially in Srebrenica, should never be forgotten. And we would have hoped that the world would have learned lessons from that genocide and the loss of over 8,000 men and boys, innocent lives that were just taken in cold blood. And unfortunately, this is still happening today. We have not learned our lessons. It's happening in Rwanda, it's happening in Darfur, and many other regions. And only currently now, the same thing on ethnicity and for land, it is happening in Ukraine. But I commend the Bosnian people that have actually survived, and they have been very brave in resettling into this country, making the UK their home, and contributing to the community. And it is their remembrance and their strength which is actually enriching the community of Britain and ensuring that this is remembered, and we pay tribute to them in Northern Ireland, in Wales, and in Scotland and England, and the 1,400 plus volunteers and the ambassadors that keep the memory of Srebrenica alive.
I'm Ales Ceric, I'm manager of Bosnia UK Network. It's an umbrella organization of Bosnian communities here in the United Kingdom. Our headquarters is Bosnia House here in Birmingham. We are organizing event this evening to thank staff and volunteers of Remembering Srebrenica. All the great work that they do here across the UK, the regional boards, the chair of the regional board, just say simply thank you for the work they do, that genocide is never forgotten, genocide in Srebrenica. Let's just remind you that's the only genocide that's happening on European soil since Second World War. We hope the situation in Ukraine is not going or aiming towards that what happened in Bosnia, that is finished soon, and that people don't suffer as people suffered in Bosnia just because of their religion. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Šemsa Zlomužica. I'm a member of the Bosnian community here in Birmingham. I would like to take this opportunity just to say a massive thank you to everybody who's been here tonight, and generally to all the members of Remembering Srebrenica organization for all your massive, huge amount of work that you put in to make sure that you promote and just raise awareness of what's happened in Bosnia and Herzegovina in the 90s. So once again, thank you very much again, and it's been a great honor to see you all tonight. Thank you.
Cultural activities were also organised for the Bosnian community, which was well received by the participants. SM Irfan Tahir, World News Birmingham.